Hello. Okay, so I am going to do a mesh hat using Nastasia's pattern, but I'm going to modify it because I'm using fur yarn. And to use fur yarn, there are some things that you have to take in consideration, especially when you're using a hat. Fur yarn can cause your item to tighten because it's not like yarn that stretches. And so when you add fur yarn to a hat, you want to make the hat just a little bit bigger than you normally would, and you'd want to use just a little bit looser of a stitch with the fur yarn. So to start, I am using this really pretty light pink. That's going to be the fur yarn, and it's Lion's brand. It's 1.75 ounce. And the hat that I did last night, which was a slouch hat, I didn't even use the whole skein, and I went through the back rows. So looking for my yarn. It's here somewhere. Okay, so this light pink, it's just an acrylic Red Heart brand. So this is the brand that I will be using. And I will be using, now depending on what kind of yarn you're using, will be depending on what hook you're going to use. I'm using the 5.5 for the yarn, and then for the fur yarn, I will be using the 4mm. And of course, you will need a yarn needle. For this type of hat at the top, instead of like a drawstring, you'll have a circle. You'll decrease and you get to the top a little bit to where there's just a little tiny hole, and then of course you just darn it together. So, so starting with the chain, I'm going to bring the camera down here to my lap so that you can see my work as I'm working. As you don't even see my face. Okay. All right. So to start, you're going to chain 6. And then you're going to do single crochets. And this is, you're starting your brim. So I've got 1, 2, I've got 3 on the hook right now, 4, 5, and 6. And then single crochet through each chain. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Whoops. Apologize. Now, in this tutorial, you'll already need to know the stitches that are listed in the description in order to do this video, because I don't really give instructions on the stitches. So there's in my craft playlist, there's plenty of videos that shows how to do the basic stitches. Okay, so this is going to be your brim. It's probably about 1.5 inches wide. Okay, now you're going to turn this, of course, add a stitch, turn your work. Okay, you're only going to go in the back loop. The back loop. Right here. And you're basically going to do this for, you want to have 19 to 20, she says 20 rows, but you want to have a little bit, if you're doing it for yourself, okay, then when you get done, measure your head. You want it to fit loosely, because again, when you add fur yarn, of course, if you're not going to add fur yarn, then you don't want it loosely. So just remember, the reason you're going to go through the back stitch only is because you're going to have a raised edge. And so you're going to need to be able to identify and stitch into only the raised edges. So there's a reason for that. And so what I'm going to do in this video, if you don't want to watch me crochet this entire thing,
I will timestamp for when this video becomes video on demand. Then you can just go to the timestamp of when I've completed the rows, and then I show you how I put it together and then the next steps. So that way you can just get through if that's what you want to do. So I'm just doing this live. It's just easier for me, turn it, add a stitch, to do it this way than doing it via my camera, which makes such large files, and then I have to compress the files, and just easier to do it this way directly into my live into YouTube. Of course, the only thing about that is when you need to take a break for some reason, then you have to end the stream. It's the only downfall. Like I had to take a phone call, and I forgot that I had the Veterans Town Hall tonight. So, yeah. I had to end the stream. So, I'm basically, this is a redo. Okay. See, you're going to see that there's going to be raised and then not raised and then raised. Okay, so you turn your work, and you're going to do this for, measure it. She said about average, about 19 inches, but I just measure it to my head, and I want it to fill loosely. Because yarn will stretch, but again, when you add fur yarn, it really does tighten it up. So, promise you, you want to add extra when you're working with fur yarn. But fur yarn is so fun. Sorry, my dog bumped my camera. Fur yarn is so fun. And it's okay. I'll just kind of keep it nice and stretched. Consistency. This acrylic yarn is a little bit of stiffer yarn anyways. It's not really ideal for the type of hat that you're doing. You want a softer yarn. Just gives it a nice, better hang, I think, for a slouch hat specifically. Remember, I'm only going through the back loops, and that will be for the entire brim of this hat. That's my dog. She has congestive heart failure, so she takes a heart pill in the Lasix, and so bless her heart. Her medicine's been working really good, but today she's been coughing, so sometimes she spits that pill out when I'm not looking, and I'm wondering if I found a pill in the chair, so I have to really watch her. And actually, I'm going to turn my air conditioner on. It's 94 right now in Oklahoma. 94 degrees. End of December, or September, I mean, which I love a warm fall. I hate it when summer ends, and it's so intense in July and August. So when it actually starts to, you know, cool down to the 90s, that's summer for me. Like, I can't get outdoors when it's over 100 and humidity's just way up there. That's dangerous weather. That you're trapped indoors. It's almost like wintertime. I can't really get out much in the winter either. So spring and late summer, when it starts to transition into, you know, September, we had a very weird spring. It was not summer. Like April and May is usually when I'm able to unwinterize my boat and everything. But May was cold. I'd turn my heater on in May, and that was the first this year. I don't remember ever turning my heater on in May. It's usually pretty hot by May. It starts getting hot sometimes in March, but yeah, it was cold in April. We had all these plants coming in from Texas for the monarchs, and I had to bring them indoors because I have way stations for monarchs, and I had to bring them indoors because they wouldn't have survived. You know, the temps were not like they were down in Texas. And so the butterfly, it's best if you're going to help the monarchs to rear them as much outdoors and outdoor elements as possible, because they can lose their navigation instincts, is what the research has shown. And so, you know, I generally have an outside tent for them, but I had to bring them indoors because of the weather. So that was not good. But anyways, had some survivals, and unfortunately some of them that were brought in, some of the caterpillars, I had to see, whenever I bring in plants from different places, all the caterpillars have to be kept in different containers, and some of them had diseases, like they came from different states, and you have to be careful because you don't want to introduce diseases to your environment. So yeah, it was unfortunate, but most of them survived though. So but anyway, Save the Monarchs. I have videos on my YouTube channel. I had one where I timed it just right to where I got to watch a monarch breaking forth from its chrysalis. It was so beautiful. Anyways, there's that if you want to see it. And who's I'm going through the back stitch only, all the way across. And again, acrylic yarn it's just a little bit stiffer, but it's all I have right now, so I have what I have. That's what I have. I will work with what I have. But I love this pretty pink. Such a pretty pink. Do you see now how there's some of the some of it's protruding and some of it's not? So that is going to be how you're going to identify where you're going to put your stitches when you start doing the mesh part of the hat. Nastasia has some great tutorials, and I generally modify patterns depending on what I'm doing, but I do like that particular mesh, and I've seen it, a lot of those mesh hats online on Etsy, and I just think they're really cute. So, but because I'm adding fur, and because this is acrylic yarn, and it's not the thinner yarn that a lot of people use for the mesh hats, because a lot of times mesh hats for like holding hair in place, there's just styles too, but it can actually be used for warmth. Especially with the fur yarn being added to it. But I just really like that particular type of stitch. I like a loose slouch hat that hangs, that the slouch is closer to the bottom of the neck. So, all right, going down into only the back part of the stitch. And this is all the way across. Back part of the stitch only. Yesterday I did a slouch hat where I went through the front post. I like this particular pattern. Anyways, my poor baby. It makes me sad to hear her cough like that, because I know what's going on. And the water pills, poor little thing, makes her go potty a lot, but it keeps the fluids away from her lungs and her heart. She is 10 and a half. Actually, she will be 11 in end of December. And 10 is the average age of a standard poodle, its lifespan. So the other standard poodles will be 13 in March. So she's my tiny little standard poodle. She's the size, I really like them small. Okay, going into the back only. So again, I will, when I get done with this video, when you're seeing it on video demand, it will be time stamped, so you can go You can pass all this unless you just want to watch. That's fine with me. And I may even put some links to, I've added people's that has tutorials on their channels. I will add their stitches, not so much that I need, like I know how to single crochet, double crochet, but just that other people that may want to know the basic stitches, because you see all these, videos of these, patterns and stuff, and if you don't know the basic things, I mean, you kind of have to, I'm trying to encourage other people to take this on. It's not hard. So first stitch you want to learn is single crochet, and then double crochet, and there's so many stitches, so many things you can do, but you can do a lot of things just with your basic single crochet. So many things. The first thing I ever made was a single crochet blanket, throw blanket. Okay, adding a stitch, going into the back part of the chain after I've turned my work. And I really, really like the soft, silky yarn, like that you use for baby blankets that they sell in the stores just for baby blankets. Of course, you can use it for other things. That would make a really nice mesh hat yarn. Soft, silky hat. The thing about slouch hats is you want them to have a nice hang to it. And acrylic yarn is just not the best for that. It's kind of stiff. So it's good for blankets. Or making little flowers and hearts, stuff like that, because it does have that stiffness to it. All right, so this is the brim of the hat. Get my tension here. Ugh. Something's not right here. Where are you, Backstitch? Come here. You're trying to hide from me. I got you. I got you, Backstitch. All right. Oh, sitting on my, I need my pillow behind me or something. Okay, here we go. That's better. And then that's a little better. I have to wash my neck. Keep my posture proper. See, I use this relaxed stitch. It's just so much easier on my wrist. You don't get cramped or anything like that. If you're not careful, you get carpal tunnel, and you don't want that. So that's why you just use a relaxed hold. Whoop, went through the wrong one. There we go. See, I hold, you can, there's different ways you can hold, some people do the knife stitch, and me, I like to hold this with my finger and then see what I do with my thumb. It's just your preference, but it's just better control. And then I take, see how I do with my, of course, you know, everybody has their own way of doing it, and whatever works for you, find your comfort. There's a lot of variants, but this is my preference. All right, pull that down. All right. Turn my work. See how there's ridges now? So, from going only in the back post, or the back stitch. And you want to keep your consistency of tightness straight. You don't want it tight, too tight, but you don't want it too loose, because again, it is a brim of a hat. And turn your work. Add a chain, going through the back post again. And another thing you can do when you're watching the tutorial, and if they're literally working through all of the steps, because a lot of times they'll just start and then leave your on, say meet you when you get around or whatever. If you're just doing a whole row and just doing the same thing repetitively, one thing you can do also is you can hit the little gear icon and sort of fast forward. You can change the speed of the video. I do that sometimes. Sometimes I slow it down. Sometimes I speed it up. And turn your work. Going through the rear. Do. And, well, you know, depending on the speed that you crochet, this should be a fairly easy hat to make. Shouldn't be too time consuming. But because I'm doing the whole fun fur thing, it will be a little bit more tedious. I'm not sure if I did that right. Yeah, I did. Okay. I'll know here in a minute. What's up, buddy? Okay. Got all this yarn unraveled. Be careful not to get it tangled. There wasn't no tangles up here, up in here. YouTube keeps subbing me to a bunch of channels that I'm not interested in. And so I'm not getting the notifications on my channels I like either. I'm having to manually go see them. Okay. Somebody had uploaded like the same video like every minute and took up my entire notification page. I unsubbed them. So what? I didn't even know who they were. What on earth? Anyways, it's all good. And back through the back. Here we go. Back through the back, and here we go. Through the back, and here we go. Back through the back, and here we go. Okay. So, moving right along. Do, do, do. Turn my work. Do, do, do. Add a chain. Go to the back. Do, do, do. Pretty repetitive, but. And then to bring the two ends together, basically you're just going to turn this like this, and then you're going to slip stitch through the, the post like that. You slip stitch it together, and then you turn the pretty side out, so that have a little bit of a raised ledge where you slip stitch them together, and so you'll turn it the other direction so that doesn't show, and that's when you'll begin your weave stitch, or your mesh stitch. Weave stitch. Mesh stitch is what I meant to say. And then I'm not going to have time to do the fur yarn in this video, so I've got things to do tonight, so I will probably do that tomorrow, and I will do a separate video on adding the fur yarn. Of course, you don't have to do the fur yarn if you're not interested in that and just want to know how to make this mesh hat. But if you're not going to add the fur yarn, then you want to, it's going to measure differently when you decide, how long this brim is going to be. Because I'm going to make it a little bit bigger than I would if I wasn't adding fur yarn. You'd be surprised how much the fur yarn will tighten up your flexible hat. So that's the only thing about using it with hats. I mean, it's okay. You just make a little bit looser of a stitch with your fur yarn, which is a little bit tricky because it's, it wants to get off your hook, and not the easiest yarn to work with, but it's like the eyelash fur yarn that I'm using. So pretty. It's just a really pretty pale pink. So you see that it's kind of slick on your hook, and that's why I use a smaller hook too. But you can, make it looser stitches. The way I hold it and control it helps a little bit, which I'll discuss that when I'm doing the fur yarn adding on. All right. Hey, who's here? I am making a mesh hat. I'm doing a tutorial on how to do the mesh slouch hat, but I'm modifying the pattern that I saw, or the tutorial on Nastasia's channel. Okay. Right over there. Aretha. Your ear edge. Mhm. All right. Adding a stitch, going in. Doo, doo. Just single crochet through the back chain all the way across. Just do this until you got the big enough hat that you want. And as far as sizing, well, for an adult, say about 19 to 21 inches. Like to say, measure the circumference of your head. But again, remember, when you're adding fur yarn, you definitely want to add the very minimum half an inch more. And I just basically wrap it once I get the brim done around my head to where it fits loosely. You do not want it snug at all. Because while yarn is stretchy, not with fur yarn on it, it's not. The yarn will stretch, but that fur yarn is not stretchy. It's like a daggone rope. There's no stretch to it whatsoever. That's why you want to make it just a little bit loose. Okay? When you're stitching it onto your item. But even then, it's still not going to have any play. What you definitely don't want to do is you don't want to stitch that fur yarn tight onto the item. You don't want to do that. La, da, 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 da. Going through that first back stitch when you first turn and add your first chain is a little bit tricky. Let's see. And turn. I know a lot of people add a stitch and then they turn, but just, I don't know why. I just do it backwards. I turn, then I add a stitch. That's just the way I roll. I think I made a mess of my yarn over here. Pardon me. Uh-oh. Take this through here. It's trying to create a knot situation here. Have some yarn unraveled over here. It is trying to make a knot. Not going to have it. Watch that loose yarn. Keep my eye on that loose yarn over there. All right. Now, add a stitch. Go to the back loop. Single crochet. wish that there was a pause button on these live streams. If there is, I don't know about it. Yep. All right. Getting there. So, let's see the length of it right now. Getting closer. Yep, got a hair in there. So one thing about this acrylic yarn is it does attract hair. It's like a magnet for hair. I don't know why. Oop. Turn to work. Alrighty. Probably about 3 more rows. Okay. Checking my circumference here. No, not 4 more. I will probably, when I do the video on demand, when it gets done streaming here, I'm going to break these down into steps. And so step 1 will be doing the brim. Step 2 will be bringing the edges of the brim together. And then step 4 will be doing the mesh stitch all the way to the top. And then the next step will be decreasing and closing the top. And so that way I will timestamp each step, so you can just skip to the steps that you choose. Of course, you know, if you want to support my channel and you're going to do this hat, you could just watch the whole video and give me the watch time. That would be helpful. And if you just want to listen to me talk randomly throughout the video, that would help me. That would really help me. You ain't gonna tip me or nothing. Just give me the watch time. Help me get the watch time. That would be great. Trying to get my watch time hours. I came back. When I see, my thing is I came back in July after 4-year absence. I already had 800 and some subscribers, right? Because I had over 1,200 when I left. Anywho, so I had 0 watch time hours though, because just one thing I did is I had put a lot of my videos to unlisted, you know, and set a lot of them to private and just shut my page down, basically. I had some of them that was still open to the public, but, and, you know, when your channel you're not uploading anything, you don't get any watch time. So I basically had to start at 0. You got hardly any watch time at all. I think I have more watch time than I do, but I don't know what the deal is with that. But anyways, like 267 watch hours. All right, anyways. Yeah. And I'm trying to get a petition started for YouTube. If you watch that video, basically so that smaller channels can get a tip jar and also be allowed to sell their merch with 500 subscribers. All I have to do is upload their, you know, ID documents and stuff like that, tax ID, whatever, you know, to allow the smaller channels to make money on this platform. You know, they need to consider also, YouTube needs to consider, while they're trying to compete with with Facebook and TikTok, one thing that they don't have that Facebook does have is you can go on Facebook, you can create a page, and you can sell your merch right there. You can sell it in groups, you can sell it on your page. I mean, you can sell your stuff all over Facebook. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what is wrong with you, YouTube? You don't give us that option. Like, seriously? You don't have to have so many followers or likes or friends on Facebook. You just join a group and sell your stuff. Like, seriously. And why don't they allow that on YouTube? They want to compete with these other platforms. They need with the program live. That's an opportunity to make money over here. Come on now, YouTube. Give a program. True. Only reason, honestly, I'm not over on Facebook doing my stuff over there is because I just can't stand the politics. Constantly shoving that stuff in my face. I just can't stand it. I can't even stand to go on that site anymore just because of that. You know, all this stuff in the news feed. I mean, And then they moderate posts so much. And just politics. Just politics. Everywhere politics. Don't want to see it, don't want to hear it. I watch news when I'm interested in watching the news. Thank you. So that's why I love Facebook. They don't get on my nerves. But I'm like, for real though, if I do occasionally go over there, if I want to like look for something for sale, you know, people sell on there. And like, you know, you can join your local groups. Like they have yard sales for your local town, your local community. And so, I mean, I would be careful about buying on there, but, and I don't know if that's one reason they don't. It's just because of like the, what if something happens, you know, and, but I don't know. They've been selling merch on YouTube for a while. So they have the store. They could, you know, make money off of, little bit of money off of each transaction. I mean, Etsy charges 20 cents just to place an ad. You know, they could charge a membership fee or something to add that feature until you're fully monetized. Something, capitalize. YouTube's just not with the program. They give us options. Kind of a community tab, like, ooh, okay, so that's enough. All right, so now the next stage is you want to make sure that you have, well, something's wrong here. This one's not as big as this one. Uh-oh, we got some problem. What did I do? I added a stitch on that last one. Okay. Got to talking about Facebook and got all messed up. Okay, so now I just want to make sure this is step 2 is bringing it together. Okay. All right, redo this one here. Yep. Okay. What happened here? Oh. All right. I'm going to add another row. Something's not right. Oh, go back down in here. I have to count my stitches here. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should have 6 stitches. All right, so you're going to slip stitch. If I get my yarn untangled, good gravy. Okay. So you're going to take, why is my yarn on the inside? I don't like the yarn being on the inside like that. All right. Okay. Tuck that down there. So I'm going to go through basically going to just slip stitch these stitches here. That's it. That's all it is. Just slip stitching each side. Just make sure it's even there. Okay. And last but not least. All right. Then you're going to turn it inside out so that that rough side is not facing you. Okay, so this is part 3. You're going to chain 3, and that's going to count. You're going to count chain 3, and that's going to count as a double stitch. See, so I turned it to the rough side is on the inside. So this is your brim of the hat. Okay. All right. Hang on just a minute. Oh, you're going to chain 3, and that's going to count as your first double stitch, and then you're going to chain 2. Then chain 2. Make a double crochet in the next okay. All right. So you chain 3. That's going to count as your double crochet. 1. Whoop, not that loose. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Now that's your double crochet. Now you're going to chain 2. Then you're going to go in to this part that sticks out. Then you're going to double crochet. Oh, this fly. Naughty, naughty fly. It's going to get on my nerves. Wrap around, then go down on a double crochet. Wrap around, bring it through, go through 2. Wrap around, go through 2. Okay, so you see that? So I chained 3, that's double crochet, chain 2 more, and then I went into the part that sticks up and I did a double crochet. And there's your mesh pattern. Oh, what's going on with my phone here? So basically you're going to repeat that. Okay, so you add 2. So you see you have this double crochet. Now you add 2. Now you're going to do this all the way around. You're going to go into the part that's raised, and you're going to do a double crochet. So let me wrap around first, then go down. Wrap around, go through 2. Wrap around, go through 2. Add 2. Then you're going to go through this raised one over here. You're going to keep doing that till you go all the way around. You're just double crocheting your way around. So you see here? You see what's happening? Okay. Chain 2, 1 and 2. Wrap around. Go through the next raised. Double crochet. 1, 2. Chain 2. Wrap around, go through. Go through 2 and go through 2. Then add 2. Oh, this yarn. And you just keep doing that till you go all the way around. Wrap around. Wait a minute, did I add 2? Yes. Wrap around. Go through. Double crochet. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Then you chain 2, 1 and 2. wrap around, do that, double crochet. Okay, chain 2. You're just going to do the same thing all the way around. Go through the raised one there, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2. Wrap around, go through the raised thing, double crochet, hey, chain 2, wrap around, go through the raised, double crochet. Whoop, I got a little tangle there. Do that again. Okay, wrap around, go through that, go through 2, go through 2. So it sort of spins a little bit and take it around, but you want to make sure you keep the consistency. So yeah, something's going on here. I didn't, whoop, missed a stitch. Yep, see, I did not add a stitch. Thankfully I caught that before I went too far along. Check your work. Should go along. That's a good thing to do. Okay, see, you bring that through and you spin that, go through 2. All right, chain 2 between each double crochet, wrap around, go through that, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, then add 2, 1 and 2. See? Wrap around, go through that, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, then chain 2, wrap around, go through that, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2. Okay, so as you see what's happening here, yeah, see there's something wrong here too. Oh, went in the wrong stitch. See, check your work. It's the second mistake I've caught. Okay, see, I went into that one where my chain is. You make sure you don't do that. You don't go into the ridge that your chain is even with. And I did. So I had to redo it. Go make sure I go into the next one that's raised that you don't have any chain on. Round, go through 2. Then I'm going to add 2, 1 and 2. Wrap around, go to the next chain. Add 2. Check my work. All right, wrap around. Go through this one here. Wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2. Add 2. 1 and 2. Wrap around, go through the next raised one. Double crochet, 1 and 2. Wrap around, go to the next raised one. 1, 2, add 2. All right, getting there. Okay. Dog's being all fussy over there. Add 2. Check my work. Looks good. Consistency. What? Oh no! Sorry about that. Oof. Wrap around. Go through this. Wrap around 2. Wrap around 2. Chain 2. Wrap around. Go through. What's the matter, Risa? Am I not giving you attention? Yeah, I'm going to give you a bath here in a little bit. You're going to get attention, darling. She desperately needs one. 2, wrap around 2, add 2, and wrap around, go to this one, add 2, wrap around, go to the next double crochet, add 2, wrap around, go to the next raised layer, and wrap around, go through 2, and add 2. Wrap around, go through the raised one, wrap around. Whoop, that ain't quite right. Okay, now go through 2, go through 2, add 2, wrap around, go through the raised one, go through 2, go through 2. Whoop, I hate it when that, not want to redo that stitch. I don't like the way that went. It's trying to separate on me. That happens with acrylic yarn sometimes. Add 2. My back is hurting. Ugh. So anyways, got this first stitch going. Wrap around, through, chain 2. There, that's better. I can sit back a little bit. Goodness. Wrap around, go through that. 1, 2. Hi. Who? I'm so sorry. I didn't even know nobody was here. Timmy Twisted Zones. Hi. I'm so sorry. Okay, to save this when my eyes are done after cataract surgery, I can play. Absolutely. And just so you know, okay, thank you for stopping in. Just so you know, I'm going to timestamp each step. So on video on demand, I'm just doing this live stream tutorial because it's easier for me that I don't have to upload with my camera. I have to compress the files and stuff. So what I'll do is when it's on video on demand, what I will do is I'm going to timestamp each step. So you don't have to watch the whole thing. So there's basically 4 or 5 steps to this pattern. And so that way you can just fast forward. Unless you just want to watch, you know, that's fine too. So adding 2. I apologize. I have not even been paying attention to anybody coming in here. I do apologize. So I'm just doing this tutorial now. And so when it converts to live to video on demand, what'll happen is I will timestamp each step so that you can just skip through it and go to the next step. So wrap around. Go. There's a dog outside. So one thing about live streaming is like I'm out in the country, and so I don't get visitors. And when there's a dog outside carrying on or something, my dogs go crazy. And all right, we don't need to join the choir. You know, let's let them sing that song all solo like, okay? We're just not going to join the choir. It's quite all right. I don't have my cameras. I need to turn my security footage on and see what's going on out there. Okay. Wrap around. We go through the next raised one, and we are now at the last row. So, yay. I hope it's going to come out even. I hadn't even considered that. And chain 2. Okay. So, now we're, all right, that's quite enough. Now I need to, I am so sorry. My dogs are barking. Guys, shh. Nadia, there's nobody out there. I promise you. I promise. Promise. One. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. So now when you bring it together, you're going to go count up 3. 1, 2, 3. And you're just going to slip stitch that. Ta-da! Well, I don't know if I did that right. Sorry about that. Let me redo that. Okay. Went into the... Okay. So now you're going to go into your chain. Let's see. You're going to go right into here. 1, 2, 3. And you're going to slip stitch into the next. Should be right on the top of that. Okay, I think I'm right on the top. So you want to be right on the top here. Okay, so now you're going to get my hook back in here. Slip stitch right smack into the middle. I apologize. Slip stitch right into the middle. Do you see what I did? I went under this and just slip stitch right into that. And you're going to repeat the row that you just did. So now you're starting in the middle of the stitch. 1, 2, 3. That's your double crochet. Okay. Then you're going to add 2. 1, 2. Okay. No. Don't do that. I've knocked my light over. Okay. So now this next row, instead of going into this brim here, now you're going into the middle. You're going to double crochet right into the middle of each hole. So you go 1, pardon me, wrap around, go under, bring it through, go through 2, go through 2. Okay. So you see what I'm doing here? Okay. Okay. So then you're going to add 2, always add 2 between each stitch, wrap around, go through the next row, under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, then add 2. You're just going to do this all the way around. Okay, wrap around, go under, wrap around, bring through 2, wrap around, bring through 2. I don't know if that's lighting. Is anybody here? You was sharing me out. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so I didn't know if you'd heard or not. Are you there now? So basically, I was saying that what I'm going to do when this converts to video on demand, I'm going to timestamp each step. So somebody that's just coming to watch the video just for the tutorial, they can just skip to each step. I'll timestamp. It's like 5 steps. You make your brim, and you put the brim together, and then you start each. So anyways, because I don't know how long this is going to take. So, but that way you don't have to watch the whole video. Of course you can if you want to, if you have time, you just want to help me get the watch time. That's cool. So wrap around, go under. And so basically, as far as the length on this particular type of mesh hat, you know, that can really vary also, because a lot of people wear this particular type of hat to hold their hair. You know, like if you have, you know, a lot of hair, or I like it just, it's just a stylish hat and I want to put fur on it. And I do have long hair. And so you don't have to have long hair to wear it though either. It's just a very stylish type of hat. So I'm also, when I get it done, I'll put a thumbnail of the finished product into the video. So that's all you do, going around, add chain, just chain 2 between each one. See? Wrap around, go into the next hole, and do a double crochet. 1 and 2 and 2. And now, because this is acrylic yarn, I'm trying to make them the stitches as loose as possible, because I will also be adding fur yarn, which tightens things up. Wrap around, go under. Whoop. And then add 2. 1 and 2. Wrap around, go under. Do 2, go through 2, and add 2. I don't know if I have the light too close, or I don't know. Like, is it helpful with this light that I have? Or is it like shining too right on it? Is that better? Because honestly, I don't know what's better for you. So far, this is what I have. I got a ways to go, guys. Oh my word. Wrap around. I think the next time I do a tutorial, I'm probably just going to stop and pause my video camera. And it's just my video camera, my cell phone, takes such big files. You end up with like 30 gigs, you know, and then you have to compress the file 2 or 3 times, and then it loses quality. So it's just easier to do this on live stream. I don't have like a vlog camera, you know. Wrap around, go through here. Okay, and then chain 2, 1 and 2, wrap around, go through the hole. It's pretty redundant. Add 2, wrap around, go under. So you get the idea, right? Hi, your interwebs. What is that? Interwebs. I don't know what that is. Faith and feathers. What's interwebs? I don't know. I hate my interwebs. Huh. Your internet service, or I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. 1 and 2. Wrap around. Oh, Hughes Internet. Oh, you got satellite. Bless your heart. Girl, I had Hughes Internet once upon a time. I was so glad when I went to like regular type of internet. Satellites just, ugh. Where I live, I'm pretty far out. Like, they've stretched their fiber optics as far as they can. So I don't get the best speed, but it's definitely better than satellite, because the thing about satellite is just they limit you, you know, and like you don't really have like unlimited packages kind of deal. I don't have to worry about how much data I'm using on this type. So yeah, I feel for people that only have satellite. Yeah. But I remember when I had Cox cable, and I thought, wow, you know, it's like $30 a month. You know, it wasn't nothing really. And now I pay $75 just to get the speed that I get, and it's nothing comparable what I had before. But it's still better than satellite. You know, yeah, I feel you. I feel for you. And wrap around, go under. Okay, she doesn't want to play with you, so leave her alone. Honey, leave her alone. She said no. She just gets in her face and she won't leave her alone. 1 and 2. So I'm getting ready to. So yes, my service is just off on ombre picked out for this project, but can't wait to start. Also, who's the doofus that decided to start a satellite company in a state that gets tons of rain? Yeah, how do you deal with that with lots of rain? I forgot about that. Like, I don't even remember. But yeah, with satellite, I guess that would affect. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I had satellite. But when I first moved down here by the lake, yeah, that's all I had. There was no, like where I lived, there wasn't anything but satellite. And so, but now they have these hot spots, like with cell towers. If you can get good cell tower signal, you can get hot spots. And I don't know, like, I think it's kind of limited though, but you might get better service through a cell tower hotspot. Oh, I have to redo that stitch. Got this hair right here. Yeah. So, I really love these slouch hats. I just think they're cute. I'll get better, you know, as I go along, I hope. So what are you guys working on, ladies? I don't know why I keep saying guys. I have a bad habit of that. I apologize. Oh, my back is really hurting me. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this. I'm really having a lot of pain right now. Oh my gosh. It's like I have these rods in my upper back, and it just, like, if I sit too long, it just pinches. It's just like somebody's stabbing me or something, and I have to move. Sharp pain. Ugh. Trying to get it here. And then 1 and 2, wrap around, and my poor poodle, you know, she's got congestive heart failure, and she's on a heart pill and a Lasix pill, and the little rascal, she just keeps, like, she hoards her pill and spits it out when I'm not looking. Scares me because I'm always checking to, you know, make sure, did she spit it out, you know, and so she's been coughing a lot today, and I don't know if that's because the medicine's not working as much, or she's just being a rascal when I'm not looking. It's hard to see your doggies get old. 1 and 2. All right, so now I'm coming around to the end here. I think basically you're going to go in here and then just basically go all the way around and do the same thing. Okay, so basically how we did before, when you go up into 1, 2, 3, see this double crochet when you started, it counted as a double crochet, so you're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to slip stitch into that. Whoopsie, bring it through here. Now, see that? Now you're going to chain 2, and you're going to start another row, and you're just going to keep doing this until you get to, you know, the end where you start decreasing and stuff. So that'll be like step 4. Okay, so basically here we go again. So you're going to see where you are here, wrap around, go in the hole, 1 and 2. Oh, no, wrong way. I went into the wrong hole. Sorry about that, guys, ladies. Okay, wrap around and go into this hole. Do, do, do. Because you got to have that space. Yeah? No, 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 no. Okay. Oh, goodness. Let me go back down to here. Now, start 3. When you start a new row, you're going to add 3. I apologize. 1, 2, 3. That's your first double crochet. Okay? Then you're going to add 2. 1 and 2. Then you're going to go into not the hole where this is on, but the next one. But first you're going to wrap around, then go into it. Go through 2, wrap around, go through 2. Ta-da! And you're starting another row. Hi, who's here? Pop, really? Really, I pray for you right now in the name of Jesus. Give her the confidence, feed her soul that she can do it, Lord. Yes, you can make this hat. Yes, you can. I want to tell you a secret right now. I've always done certain items, and I've done various items, but I've made my own patterns and stuff. But all this stuff that I have been making recently that you've seen me upload onto my channel is all brand new. This hat I'm making right now, this is the first time I have ever made this hat. And it's just, it's just knowing the stitches and saying, hey, I'm going to do this. I know I can. Like that hat that I made last night. I've never made this. I mean, I've made hats before, but not this pattern, but if you know the stitches, there's just, that's it. And so here's the finished product of that hat. And, this is a size small adult, and I put the fur on it, and I made this with the palm maker. So this is the first time I've ever done this stitch. I'm trying to learn that heart stitch. This is for like you can put a dish on it, I know. So I'm just trying that. I've never done that before. So don't feel like intimidated. Like literally this hat that I'm doing a tutorial on right now, this is the first time I've ever done this hat. I'm just following, I'm just like, okay, I know the stitches. There's not a stitch that I'm doing now that I don't know. It's just putting different stitches together in different ways that's new. And so, oh my gosh, my back. Oh, I hurt so bad. Yeah. So you can do it, like really. As you can see, I might be a little bit slow in doing this. It's just because, it is my first time, and I watched the video on the basic pattern, so I knew, okay, here's what I want to do with this. This is the type of the slouch hat that I want, but I know already in my mind, I've already planned it, mapped it out, how I'm going to modify this pattern. So I know that I want to add fur yarn, so I know I have to make this a little bit bigger, and I have to make this a little bit looser, and then, that kind of thing, so that when I add the fur yarn, I'll have to make, room for it. It's going to tighten it up a little bit so where it's not. So, but yeah, it's not, I don't think it's that hard. It's pretty, I think this is like a beginner kind of hat. So if you can do a pot holder, I promise you can do this. So you're going to wrap around and go through this, do a double crochet. You know how to do a double crochet and a single crochet. That's all you're doing. You're just doing different things. And I don't read patterns. I just watch video and I'm like, okay, I can do this. Yeah. It's just a matter of you tell yourself you can do it. And you just do it. You just get your Nike shoes on, honey, and you just do it. It's all good. Look at me doing a tutorial on a hat I've never even done before, for heaven's sakes. God, it's good all the time. And wrap around, go through, wrap around, go through two. That's the great thing about crochet. You just learn some stitches, and there are so many things that you can do. Go under, and then I don't know. Sometimes I just make things up as I go along. Like as far as pattern wise, I just get a hook in my hand and stuff just happens. Oh my goodness, I need to quit. Oh, my back is hurting so bad. Ooh wee. So sorry. I'm okay. I'm probably gonna start sweating. That's okay, because I'm gonna have to put my heating pad on. I apologize. Because these rods, what I need to do is I need to elevate my legs. Okay, breathe. All right. Wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through two, wrap around, go through two, and then you're going to add two. It's just that simple. Wrap around. It's pretty redundant, really and truly. Easy hat. 1 and 2, wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, then add 2. Yippee yippee doo. I'm singing silly, sorry. Changing rows is where, yeah, I mean, but this one is just pretty easy because you're just doing the same thing over and over. Wrap around. I don't, I think that like Natasha, she's where I saw this pattern. You'll see the same pattern on a lot of different channels, but Natasha, I think she does a really good job with her tutorials. They're relaxing, they have nice music, and she just she's straight to the point with her steps, and I don't know, I just think hers are easy to follow along. And of course, I like a lot of the videos. There's a lot of tutorials that my goodness, I've learned so much. So, okay, so wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through two, wrap around, go through two. And like a ruffle stitch, oh my goodness, ruffle stitch. I just can't, I mean, maybe it's been out there for a while, but it was just something that came to me, and it's so easy. If you got like a single crochet or even a double crochet, and you just go through, you just add a stitch between each stitch. And then so you go around the next time, and you go through that little hole, and you keep going, and it just turns into ruffle. It's just that simple. And I think they call that a hack. I don't know. It's just something that I came up with that I find really easy way to make a ruffle. So go through, wrap around, go through two, wrap around, go through two, and then you add two. Try to keep it nice and loose here. Wrap around, go under, go through two, go through two, wrap around, and then wrap around, chain two, wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through two, wrap around, go through two, chain two. Pretty redundant. Pretty redundant. What is it? What's that say? D-O. Aw. Yeah, just, I think a lot of it is just psychological. It's just feeling, I guess maybe not really feeling the confidence, and I don't know. There is probably maybe a little psychological hang up that people just tell themselves that they can't do something. And then when you do, though, and you start doing it and you realize that you can do it and that it's not hard. Okay, I'm about halfway through this row. And you just tell yourself that you can. Okay, because you can. If you can do a pot holder, you can do this. Yeah, it's not hard. I mean, I'm not the most experienced person with crochet. I have crocheted, through the years, and I've kind of done the same items though over and over. So I'm learning a lot of new things here. And the main thing is because, well, I want to kind of try to make a little bit of extra money with it, for one thing. And I like making gifts, at Christmas time. And so we got that coming around the corner. Around. But like, I don't do big things like blankets. The blankets take so long, and I don't like to be working on the same thing for days on end, and I don't know. I don't know if blankets are easy to sell. Like, that's a lot of yarn. Oh my gosh, you know what I saw online on Craigslist? There was like 300. They were called panels of yarn, and basically that looked like 3 huge tubs of scarves that did not get finished. And I don't know if they were doing it for the homeless or something. And man, I wish I lived closer to where that was located. I would have went and got them and finished those scarves. And oh man, oh man, oh man, I was just thinking about that all day. Like, man, I want those tubs of panels, because that would save me so much time and getting all these scarves and stuff together for the veterans, for Veterans Day. But it's just so far away. It's just so far away. But plus, some of that yarn could be used too. But I know I saw this video where this one guy, and he goes into these consignment shops, and he gets the nicest material sweaters, and he unravels them and he reuses the yarn to make different things. I thought about doing that, and I think I even went into the Goodwill, and there wasn't any sweaters out yet, so. But I hadn't even thought about that before. Like, I had a sweater. It was a really nice sweater, and it had this horrible coffee stain on it. I'm like, darn. And so, anyways, it had some really pretty Christmas decor on it. So what I did is I took it apart. I took the decor off of it and put it in a pillow. I've got that craft video on my channel. I turned it into a Christmas decor pillow instead. But I could have used the yarn, anything. I didn't think about that. So I think that's pretty clever. I think that I need to go up one more. Yeah. So like cashmere yarn. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Getting close. Okay. So now I'm back at the beginning of the row right here. Okay. So I'm going to count up 3. 1, 2, 3. Go to this top here, and I'm going to slip stitch. Make it right this time. All right. That didn't look right. No. Missed a. Okay. Try it again. All right. I'm going to slip stitch into the 3rd chain. That's the beginning. Your first 3 that you do, that's that double crochet that you're going to slip stitch into. Okay. So now I'm ready for another row. See where I am so far? Look, guys, ladies. All right. So now we just start another row, and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to chain 3, and that's your first double crochet. 2, 3. And then you're going to chain 2. That's the one you always add before each stitch. Okay. Then you're going to go into the next hole that's not on the chain. That would be this one here. Going under, go through 2, under, go through 2. All right. And then you're going to add 2. 1 and 2. Dun, dun, dun. Here we go. Doing another row. Whee! And then add 2. 1 and 2. Thank you. Yes. Prayers are wonderful. I can't read black letters on white background. So I do the opposite, and I can't do crochet either, so I support other channels. Aw. That's so sweet. That's so nice. Oh, I put a God, you know what? I said, okay, YouTube, you won't give me a tip button. So I put a PayPal button on my channel. I just went to my PayPal account, and it's on my About page. I forgot to talk about that. I'll probably do that in one of my live streams. You can do that. I forgot to mention that. Like, if you not monetized and you want to have a tip jar, you can just put your PayPal link right there, and it's a little bit extra step for people to want to tip people, but I mean, it's there. So anyways, I was going to mention that because I don't know if a lot of people are aware they can do that. So you just go to your PayPal account and you get your donate me link, and then you put it in your About page. You just customize your channel, go to your channel and customize channel, and then you go scroll down, and there will be where you can add a link, and you can give the title to the link, and then you just add your link. It's right there. And of course, you can use the link, the actual link, instead of like, it just says like PayPal donate, right? It just has the title. It's not like the full link URL or whatever, but you can take the URL to your PayPal button, and you can put it on any live stream or any video that you want, So there is that, and I don't know if people are aware of that. Okay, here we go. 1 and 2. So we'll wrap around, go under, go through 2, go through 2, Go chain 2, wrap around, go through, wrap around. Whoop, messed that one up. Under, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2. So if I goofball really likes your chicken videos. Oh yes, I love me some chicken videos. So yeah, I do like chicken videos. I love animal videos and funny. But chickens are funny. Like they're so people. I don't think people realize how personal they are. Like, let me tell you something funny I did. You're gonna laugh at me. It's okay. So I got this idea in my head without probably thinking it through that I was gonna raise me some what do they call them, guineas, you know, and they're kind of wild. They can stay and roost in the trees and stuff. But anyway, so I learned real quickly, though, they were really vulnerable to different kinds of predators where I live. So I thought, my word, one of my guineas got killed. So I brought the baby in the house so I could get it a proper housing unit for it. And that dang thing was, I'm just telling you, I'm just going to say it like this. Ouch. It was just something else. That's just all I can say. I couldn't get up off the couch. And that thing would cackle at me like, where do you think you're going? Like, it would get up behind me on my couch. Now, I'm telling y'all, I think that's funny. I wasn't living in the house with guineas. It was just until I could get, its proper cage built. And, because a lot of people just let them roost in the trees, but it depends on where you live too. So that dang thing I would get up off the couch and go into, yeah, right, and not obnoxious. I'd go into the kitchen and it would just start making a fuss at me. Like, you better get back over here on the perch. Like, it just sits there. They were just the funniest things. But yeah, but those chickens are so pretty. One of my friends that lives nearby, she raises chickens, and the cute, pretty little ones. I mean, they're foofy, and I love to go over there and take pictures of them. And they'll come over to my house, coming up in my yard, and she lets them free roam and stuff, and or she did, but it's not really safe to do that around here. But anyways, yeah, madness. The chickens are funny. And ducks. Oh my gosh, I love ducks too. And them goose. Woo! Because I live near the lake, and we've got all kinds of game around here. And okay, Bubby, I'm coming. I'm gonna have to go let him out. He's telling me that I better get up off my butt and I better let him out. Okay, I'm coming. All right. I'm gonna go outside, buddy. Come on. Here you go, baby. Come on. Well, you think you have a little white toy there? What are you doing? Yeah, I have to teach him how to quiet bark because he doesn't. He just got one volume. I've tried working with him about the soft bark, but no, he's got one. That dog has one volume, and it's very loud. It's like scream bark. My other dog, he's passed now. He was so good. He would whisper bark. I taught him inside voice, but this guy, it's just one volume and that's it. Okay, so I thought I had Laverne and Shirley, but they turned out to oh Lenny and Squiggy. That's cute, Lenny and Squiggy. Oh, I love that show. Oh my gosh, I remember that. You just gave me a flashback. I remember Laverne and Shirley. Yes, I do. Lenny and Squiggy. Oh my goodness. They just don't make shows like that anymore, do they? Yeah, I grew up with Leave It to Beaver, I Love Lucy, Laverne and Shirley, Happy Days. And I just don't like all the modern TV sitcoms. I just don't even watch TV anymore. No, I do not. I just don't make it like they used to. I've got I Love Lucy sets of all her shows. She was such a fantastic movie star. I hate that she wasn't really known for her movie acting ability, because she was definitely a huge movie star before she was ever I Love Lucy star. Yep, she played in many movies. Anyways, So yes, it's kind of, oh yeah, it's just, I just don't understand it. I just don't understand. 1 and 2. And I remember Lucille Ball when she was talking about, you know, her last movie that she played in was like she was a homeless person. And but anyway, she talked about just how everything was changing and all the profanity and stuff. And you know, when her first show was on, they didn't even show a bathroom. In fact, I'll Leave It to Beaver, I think, had a scene where they had a lizard or something they were keeping in a toilet. And that was like the first time the toilet was ever even seen on a TV show. That was like risque. Look at it now. It's like, oh my word. Went downhill real quick. 1 and 2. Now I'm trying to figure, wait a minute. Did I lose my spot here? I'm going to figure out where I'm beginning and ending. Okay. Because when it gets really loose, it's getting kind of hard to see. But this is going to be, I think this is going to turn out just how I want it. Yeah. Nice and loose. It's going to have a nice slouch to it. I think so. The other one, it was okay. But it just didn't really have that bottom towards the neck slouch that I like. It's still a cute hat, though. So what do you guys think of this fur yarn on the hats and stuff? Is that a little, like, I like furry stuff. Of course, not like real fur. And repeating. 1 and 2. Okay, so your channel's like, do you make videos? Timmy Twisted Zones? Do you guys make videos? The fur yarn is cute. Okay, so I'll show you on the fur yarn. I use 4mm, and it's pretty thin. This is like the eyelash. So with some of that stuff, some of the fur yarn's a little thicker, but I don't think this is that hard because you are able to hook it. It is just real slick, you know. So when I went in after it, I had to pull it backwards is how I went in at it. So I just kind of controlled it with my hands like this. But I really think it was that hard. For this project here, you see, it wasn't that hard. See, when I went through the post and it left this ledge, so it was just perfect. This is actually on the hat pattern that I got, these ledges, this is actually the inside out. But I just use this as the outside instead of the inside so that I could use that ledging to put the fur on. And so this is a size small though, but I mean, it will slouch. You can, you know, just have to work it a little bit more because it is tighter. But this one though, this one will be a whole different ball game. So have you seen Nastasia? I don't know if I'm saying her name right or not. I think I am. But have you seen her channel? Are you familiar with it? Nastasia's channel? But she's got some really good tutorials. And she does, her production of tutorials are pretty good too. Good lighting, good clarity. I mean, you can see everything really well. And I'm not doing something. Oops, I messed up. Got to go back. Okay, back here. And add 2. Which my lighting, you know, I just don't have really a good setup at the current time for tutorials. And it's hard for me because I have to be all propped up on my couch and stuff, and because of my spine. So it's just not that really good visibility for somebody that's wanting to watch a good quality tutorial. I mean, for people that don't mind or are not picky, I hope this is helpful. I've watched all different types of tutorials, whether they're professional channels, which I would consider Nastasia's channel a professional channel, and then, you know, smaller channels, and I've just learned a lot. On another channel that I really like for tutorials is Handmade Designs, and you know, I'm just really thankful she's subscribed to me, and she does a really good job with her tutorials. Whoop. And she has some really cute stuff on her channel too. Go through two, go through two, wrap around, go through two. But I'll be honest, I do like to watch tutorials where they, you know, they'll start you out and then they'll skip, you know, and they'll say, I'll meet you around, you know, and then you don't have to sit there and watch the whole thing. And that's the only thing about doing this via live stream is I don't have that option. But, you know, I like hanging out with you guys too. People want to hang out, that's cool too. I love that blue. Oh, yeah. So I know this might look like blue on the camera, and that's a weird thing about purple. I've noticed I've done videos of purple items, and this is not blue. This is actually purple. Now, this is a minty, like a pale mint color, and I love that color. But this is, I know it looks blue. I'm looking at it on my computer, and it looks blue, but it is actually a really pretty purple. What's up with blue and purple when you went on the camera? Why do the hues don't match up to what they really are? I don't get it. But I do have blue fur yarn though, various colors. And so I'm looking forward. I'm going to do, Bag a Day has a really cute poncho. And so I'm wanting to do that poncho and use that blue fur on it. I do wish that I had some softer yarn to do the ponchos and stuff with. Okay, so now I'm back at the beginning. You see? So I'm going to go up to 3. 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to slip stitch it in. Right into that. Slip stitch, ta-da! Okay, so then to start back out, we'll go 1, 2, and 3. That's the first double crochet, and then we're going to add 2, 1, 2, and then remember you're not going to go on the same one. You're not going to go in this hole that's connected to this post here. You're going to go to the next one, and you're going to double crochet, and you start another row. Go through 1 and 2, then you add 2, and it's, see, that you're just doing the same thing over and over. To how she said, to about 20 rows will bring you about out to here. I may go a little bit longer. Okay, so then I've added 2. I think I did. Yeah, and then we'll wrap around and go to the next one. And then add 2. Wrap around, go through. Wrap around, go through 2. Wrap around, go through 2. Add 2. Wrap around, go into the next one. Wrap around, go through 2. Wrap around, go through 2. You hear my yelling dog out there? You hear him yelling at me? An earmuff headband? Yeah, I know. I know. That's pretty much all it is right now. But I mean, so you see, you have your brim though. This is your brim of the hat. But once it gets out to here, and then what you'll do is you'll start decreasing till it comes, it'll be round. It'll be round. And I promise you. And I promise you, it's going to be a hat. Yeah. Okay, so you add 2, 1 and 2. wrap around, go into the next one, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, add 2 chains, 1 and 2, wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, add 2, wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, add. I think I better go let my dog in. 2. And unravel some yarn here. See, I have this kind of skein, so it doesn't like, you can't just like pull on it and it comes out. Not mine anyways. Okay, wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, chain 2, wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, chain 2. And then wrap around, go to the next one, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, chain 2. I mean, to me, it's pretty redundant, but it's easy. Putting the hat together, guys. Putting the hat together. 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 Putting the hat together. Yeah, I'm thinking on the fur yarn, I'm going to definitely be using more fur yarn than I did on this last one. It didn't really require that much, just because you have all these open spaces. I don't want it to be all furry, but just, you know, have some fur to it. But it will also help give it a little bit of warmth too, because really this is not going to give you that much warmth with that many gaps, but when you add fur to it, it will. Go through, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, chain 2, wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, and then chain 2, wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, around, go through 2, chain 2. So go back to the beginning and study a good bit when you finish the video. Yeah, so yeah, and I will timestamp each step. So I promise you, you're going to find it. Once you get in the flow, after you do that first row and then connect it to that second row, I promise you, it's just the same thing over and over, and it's pretty easy. Wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2. Whoop. I better go check on my dogs. And then chain 2, wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, chain 2. And I'm going to have to go see what's going on with my dogs. I'm going to turn my security footage on because I don't know if there's an animal out there. Let's see. I've got my monitor turned. I have a security camera. Is out where I live, we have people creeping through the woods and stuff. I'm completely surrounded by forest, right? So, let's see what's going on out here. And at night, I have to adjust my cameras to brighten things up. It doesn't have the best visibility at night. I'm trying to see what they're barking at. They're barking at something in the woods. Okay. Light on here. No, it's on. Okay. I'm gonna get my dogs in here. What's it barking? Come on, baby. Come on. What are you barking at? Meow. Meow. All right. Okay, Z guys, ladies, back to the board here. All right. Okay. And are you still here? Hiya. I'm trying to get back to me. Yeah. So I'm going to have a little sip of water here. A little bit of coffee. I am in a pink mood today. What's your favorite color, by the way? And if you do, you guys. So I'm gonna do a giveaway Sunday at 7 p.m. I always do giveaways, and so I thought about I wanted to incorporate crochet stuff. So do you all like fun fur? Like I could give some fun fur away. So under. Go to the next one. Go under. Go through two. Wrap around. Go through two. 1 and 2. Wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, chain 2. Wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, chain 2. Oh goodness, puppies, please. What's that? Purple. Yes, I love purple too. We have some pretty purples too. I have varying colors of purple. Like what kind of purple? Like light purple, like lavender, dark purple, like fuchsia. Wrap around, go under, wrap around. I wish that I could show you the true color of this hat because I think you would like it. Like it is the prettiest purple. But it just shows up as blue. Now, if you look at my other video that I did of not my webcam, but my other camera, it might show up as purple. You might see it in a different color on that video. But, yeah. So I've got this hat on my Etsy shop. I might could pull it from my shop and then just give. What do you think this would be a good giveaway item for a giveaway? Oh, plum. Yeah, plum's pretty too. Like, I just don't know, like, what kind of stuff that people would like for a giveaway. You know, when I do my weekly giveaways. Wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, and 1 and 2. Wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, go through 2, and add 2. Goodness. Wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, 1 and 2, wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, 1 and 2. So get ready to start another row. Around, go through. Oh goodness, girl. Wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through that, wrap around, go through 2, 1 and 2. Uh-oh. Yeah, wrap around, go through that. Get ready to start another row. 1 and 2. Yep, 1, 2 more to do. Wrap around, go under, wrap around. Let me check my work. I haven't checked my work in a while. I go back and check my work and make sure that I'm going into the right holes. And I've added 2. Because last time when I first started, I had missed and didn't add 2. All right. So 1 and 2. Okay. Now I've got 1 more to go through. Wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2. Now, as you see, I am now at the beginning. So I'm going to go through, count to 3, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to slip stitch it, dun, 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 and add, there you are, back at the beginning. Okay. Like I missed a stitch there or something. I don't look right. Anyways, okay. So now I'm going to start over, add 3, 1, 2, 3. Whoop, 3. That's my first double crochet. Favorite colors are the 7 you see in the rainbow. Oh, okay, cool. So, all right. So then you're going to add 2, 1 and 2. Now, not going to go in the hole where the post is. I'm going to go into the next one. So this one over here. Quit growling, rascal head. No, 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 no. Go through 2. They get a little cantankerous at night. 1 and 2. Oh, my dogs are old now. They're going senile on me. My babies. All right. So, okay. Wrap around. Go through the next one. 1 and 2 and add 2. Wrap around. Next one. See? Just the same thing over and over. 1 and 2. So you forgot that was your tummy. What are you doing? Oh, 7 p.m. on Sunday. So here's when I started the giveaways. I have a gaming group. Like I'm a Robloxian, if you will. And so I have a Roblox game that a developer developed for my channel. And then I have like gamers. We're a bunch of gamers. And so I do Robux giveaway, or I'll do, like the gift card, like have the Visa gift card. And so then I've just now started to incorporate the crochet stuff into the giveaways as well. So I do them all in one live stream, but I'll do the Robux stuff, my gaming group first, and then I'll do, like the craft giveaway, like separate. Now I only give the yarn and stuff to the crochet channels. But like some of my gamers, they like the stuff that I make. So if I'm giving away something that I've made, then pretty much anybody that wants it. But as far as like, giving yarn away, that's just for the crochet channels. So I hope that makes sense. All right. 1 and 2. So what I'll do is like, I'll say, okay, I'm going to do Robux giveaway. And then I'll pull extra entries for the next following week's winners. And then after that, I'll pull the gift card. And I'll have a mystery question, like I do gaming live streams like on Friday or Saturday night. And so I'll drop clue words, and then they can comment the clue words after it's on video on demand, or other clue words in other videos, and they get extra entries, for basically, watching the video. And, it just kind of increases my watch time and kind of invites people to watch my videos. And it's the idea, because I've had a lot of new people watching my videos now, whether they've got clue words or not. So that was kind of the idea. So anyways, most of my gaming network people, they're all people that are active on my channel. You know what I mean? It's like the same thing with the crochet people. So, but whenever I do giveaways, I get random people too. So it happens. But so I do the gaming, the Robux giveaway first, and then I'll say, okay, here's the mystery question, and I'll ask a question like, what's my favorite race, what's my favorite racing game, or something like that. Like I'll drop a mystery question through the week. It's usually in my gaming live streams. And then if they answer the question, they get one try, and they answer the question within a minute, then they'll get like 5 bonus entries in the drawing at that time. And so, they get extra entries by commenting clue words in my videos through the week. If I have a video and I might say in the title of the video clue word, then they know, oh, there's extra entries in here. So they'll watch the video and comment the clue word, and they'll get like anywhere from 3 to 5 extra entries for that. And so I give away Robux, and I give away my Visa gift card, or maybe a retail gift card. And then so now I'm starting to do the crochet gifts. Like I might just do yarn, or I might do something that I made. And so, but as far as like yarn and stuff, that's only going to be for the crafting channels. Anyways, it's kind of like the Robux. That's for the gamers. Yeah. So my favorite game on Roblox is scuba diving at Quill Lake. I love that game, but it's pretty relaxing. I don't like violent games at all. And anyways, so back to this project. So, but yeah, every Sunday at 7 p.m. I do giveaways. I've been doing that since I came back in July. I enjoy it though. I love doing giveaways. I kind of always have. I've done them for veterans. I did a birthday stream giveaway one time a few years back with some. I had a lady that I co-authored. I co-authored a book for it's Veterans United, and so she was there. And then this guy, he's now passed, and he was the guy. He made like Guinness Book of World Records, and he was like famous for his quotes and stuff. He was born with spinous bifida, and he did like the longest willy Guinness Book of World Records. And so I just had like various people in the live stream, you know, and it was a birthday giveaway. And and then I had a rapper musician and just, you know, just random stuff. Then I've done giveaways where I've done awareness for veteran suicide because I'm a veteran. And so I'll have like my veteran groups as well. So I have a lot of videos that are unlisted that I shared with like just veteran groups and stuff. And so I'm kind of bummed that they don't give us watch time on our unlisted videos. It's like I may have videos that's for my church groups or my veteran groups. Like people are watching them. Why shouldn't we get watch time hours for that? I don't get that. Like I could see the private, you know, videos, but why don't we get credit for our watch time for our unlisted videos? I mean, YouTube's getting paid. Why don't we get watch time hours for it? Anyway, that was not a sandwich. I just scooped the tuna with ranch on the Ritz cracker. Huh? I have to go to the other end of the house to get tuna, but I'm just tired even. Oh, I like tuna too. You know, I really like chicken salad. Man, chicken salad and crackers. Now you're making me hungry. You're making me hungry. I think there's oh, thank you, honey. I think there's like a fudge sickle or something in the refrigerator, and it's calling my name. I hear it. It's saying, come get me. Come get me. Does your food in your fridge talk to you? Goodness. 1 and 2. Round we go, and 1 and 2. And add 2. Go around and add 2. Whee! 1 and 2. Go around, under, go around 2, go through 2, chain 2, 1 and 2. Wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2. Wrap around, go through 2, then chain 2, 1 and 2. Wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, chain and 2. See, guys, it's not hard, but look how nice it's boofy. It's gonna be, that's gonna have a nice, yeah, I like that. Anyways, just don't know how long it's gonna take me. I've already been on here for 2 hours. We've been trying to cook less so our fridge has no leftovers. Catfish. So, okay, so do you like fish and get your catfish? I'm going to tell you a story about a catfish. Yeehaw. You know I live near the lake, right? Okay. So, oh my goodness, they do jug lining around here. Now, Lake Eufaula is the hugest lake probably in the Midwest. 880 shoreline miles, something like that. And it goes through like 12 towns and like 3 counties. It's like a massive ocean. It's just huge, right? So, but it's got huge catfish in it. And so I went up there and we were picking up jug lines. We caught like 55 pound catfish. And I'm like, I don't even know how, you know, I couldn't even lift that thing. Like the guys pulled it in the boat, but like, it's just so huge. The catfish are just like freaking whales around here. Yeah, so he would love this lake because I'm telling you, there's some huge catfish in our lake. It's crazy, crazy big. Like 55-pound catfish is actually pretty common around here. They're just huge. They get so big. Now, I don't know if they taste better the bigger they are, but now I can always catch a catfish when I go out to the docks and stuff and throw in a line. I'm always catching a catfish. Catfish are just plenteous around here and easy to catch too because they will take that bait. But I like to fish for bass. I'm all about that bass, about that bass, about that bass. Anyways, large mouth, big mouth, then really, small mouth, big mouth, whatever. I just like to catch that bass. But probably my favorite fish to eat is sunfish, the little perch. I guess they're kind of like a delicacy. You get around dealing with the bones and stuff, but I just think they taste good. And they're not very big though. I think our lake record is like 2 pounds. 1, 2. My dream catch for my lake is to break the lake record and catch one bigger than 2 pounds because they're just not that big. I don't know. I guess that's kind of silly, but and then go around, go under. 1, 2. Okay, we're getting there, getting there. Get ready to start another row. 1 and 2. Wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, and here we are. We're right back at another row. How about that? Yay! So 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to go through that chain there. 1, 2, 3. Make sure I go in the right one. And going to slip stitch that. Put it together. Yep. Anyways. Okay, so we're going to start a new row. We're going to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Got some kind of jog going on here in the very back. But see, that's the thing too about adding fur. If you've got any little imperfections, it'll take care of it. But here in the back, looks like a little bit of a jog where they're coming together. Anyways, so I'm going to chain 2, 1, and 2. And then we go to this one, wrap around, go under, bring it through, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, and then you're going to add 2. And go to the next one. Wrap around, go down, around, go through 2, wrap around, add 2, 1, 2. Wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, add 2. All right. So, getting there. Do-do-do. Who's here? Yeah. Sunfish to use for bait. Yeah. Hidden keys that knocked me out of chat. So, yeah, I know sunfish, they're not very big and you can use them for bait. That's probably why they don't get to be so big. They never get big enough because they're so good for bait. They never get to grow up. Yeah. But anyways, I gave away my cast net because I hurt my disc last time I did that. So I can't do, I love to cast net for bait, but I can't do that anymore because of my spine. But man, I love to just throw. You've ever done that? Cast netting? I just love cast netting. Not anymore though, not anymore. So 1 and 2. Then wrap around, go down through, 1, go through 2, chain 2, 1 and 2, wrap around, go under, whoop, wrap around, go under, go through 2, chain 2, wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, 1, 2, wrap around, go through, wrap around, through 2, wrap around, go through 2, 1 and 2. Pull some yarn out here. Fishing in Hawaii. Wait, you know, I've never been to Hawaii. I really want to go. Hammerhead, yeah. I've been a lot of places in the world in my military travels, but I've never been to Hawaii. I've been to Bahamas one time. I really do want to go to Hawaii. I really, really do. Before COVID started, I had got a free ticket through I got this credit card, used it up, paid it off. You know, you had to use it, buy much stuff with it within a certain amount of time. And so I don't really use credit cards, but I got it and I would just like buy stuff I normally do, pay a bill with it, and then paid off right away. So I don't get any interest. And so I got my points right away. So I had a free ticket that had enough to fly to Hawaii for free. And then COVID happened. Darn it. Anyways, but I do have my passport. I would like to travel somewhere, but I don't know. Kind of risky nowadays. And then I want to go to Canada because I like to take night photography, and I want to photograph the northern lights. So, and then there's some beautiful lakes up there as well, and I could drive up there. But now it's like, I don't know. I mean, I don't mind taking a test and stuff, but that's some boo-boos on my hand from messing around the other day. Okay, we're getting there. Yeah, wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, go through 2. So what do you think? I think you can make this hat. I think you can do this. Those soda can tabs to catch sun. Really? Has to get up at 4. Uh-oh. Yeah. So I'm probably just going to finish this up, and then I will just timestamp it because people are going to look at my live stream as a tutorial. Like, it's going to be probably 3 hours long before it's over with. And I'll just say, hey, here's the timestamps of the steps. This is probably the steps altogether is probably going to be like a 10 minutes worth of actual tutorial. Because, you know, if you just skip me actually doing all the steps and just go to the instructions for each step, it's really only about a 10-minute video. But really and truly, this, I mean, once you get the flowing, I mean, it shouldn't take as long as I'm doing right now. It should not take this long. And, you know, I'm just taking my time, talking, and so, and I did make a couple mistakes. But again, this is my first time doing this pattern, so it's just not that, I mean, it's not that hard. I mean, I've watched the tutorials for this, so I know the stitches, what to do. Anywho's, I know that I've been wanting to do this for a while. This is the slouch hat that I've been wanting, like, for myself, right? I don't know. Maybe I'll give this one away. Anybody want this hat when I get it done? It'd be a nice giveaway hat, I think. What do you think? Oh, on the road trucker. Okay. You ever want to go to Hawaii? Let me know. I have good info. What does that mean? Yeah, I do want to. I'm serious. I do want to go. Very serious. Well, you know what thing that I do is there's webcams online around the world. You can literally see anywhere. And they have a pipeline webcam in Hawaii that has the most beautiful view of the sunset. There's like a palm tree right there and then the ocean, and it's just the perfect location for a sunset view. And you could literally sit there and watch the sunset in Hawaii. In fact, I think I did a little short video on my YouTube channel of a Hawaii sunset, and it's from a webcam on the internet. Have you ever gone to those websites? You can literally go anywhere in the world. Like they have like all the cities have these webcams. You can just watch New York City, in certain areas, and you can just sit there and watch people like anywhere. They have them in museums, they have them in malls. People aren't even aware that all these places have public webcams that are online that anybody can watch anytime. It's just the wildest thing. And it's pretty cool though, because if I feel like going out and about, I'm gonna go down to New York. I'm gonna go watch people walking around at Times Square, hanging out there. I mean, there's all these different webcams that you can, and around the world, not just in America. So it's pretty cool. And then they have some that's for more of nature, like that sunset in Hawaii. I was like, oh my goodness, beautiful. And you can hear the waves and everything. You see people walking around on the beach. Pretty crazy. That's the world today. You travel the world via webcams. Yeah. Pretty cool. I might have messed this one up. Okay. Oh, no, no, no. I know what this is. We're coming together now. Okay. We're already at another row, guys, ladies. And I have to undo this last 2 stitches because when you're connecting 2 rows, you don't add 2 stitches. Okay. So, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm going to slip stitch this. Ta-da! And I brought another row together. Yay. So how do you close the top? Yeah, so when I get to the top, that's going to be the last step. And so when I don't know how long it's going to take me to get there, because I've probably got about 3, 4, it's going to be another half hour. Probably about here I'll start closing it. So it's going to be a good another half hour before I get there. So if you want to come back to the video, and it's not hard. Basically what you do when I get to about here, then you're going to start decreasing. Do you know how to decrease? Basically, you're going to like skip. Instead of going into the next one, you'll skip one and then go to the next one, and you just decrease. And then when it gets to the point where your hole is going to get smaller and smaller and smaller. So when you get to the holes about right there, then you're just going to darn it together. And yeah, so it's not hard. But so just on the decrease, you're just gonna you'll just like skip every other row, and then you'll do that for like 3 rows, and then eventually your hole's just gonna get to where it's just a little tiny thing. And then you just put it together. You just slip stitch it, and you can slip stitch it 2 or 3 times, however. And I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna put a palm on this hat, because this particular type of mesh hat probably not appropriate for a palm. But anyways, and then I'll do the fur after I get that done, which I'm probably not going to do tonight because it is getting late and I've got some other things I have to do. So I'm probably going to wrap this up, and then I've got to work on some legal motions. Woo woo. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to wrap around, go through. Yeah. Wait a minute. See? All right. So now I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and then I add 2. 1, 2. Start a new row. Wrap around. Go through the next one. Do. Wrap around. Do. It's not, something's not right. Wrap around, do do do. Oh my goodness. What is happening? Hey. All right, now we're on a roll. I was on a roll now. I was on a roll. Not LA, but Pennsylvania, Hawaii. Stayed a week to see his older brother. Well, here's the thing about Hawaii. And one of the reasons that I really want to go to Hawaii is Hawaii has naval bases. Okay. And because I am a veteran, I can go on the bases. And those beaches are not going to be crowded, right? Because only certain people can get on the bases. And so while it's, some of them are open to the public during the, there's, it's only certain times that they're open. But if you're a veteran, if you're military, you can go on those beaches that's on the base that nobody else can have access to. So it's one of the reasons why I really want to go to Hawaii. Round trip airfare, hotel, food, spending. I had saved up $2,500. His brother paid for the car, and I still came home. Right on. So you flew from LA. Huh. Okay. So you're in California? Okay. I used to live in California. My dad was in the Navy. So I grew up in San Diego until my parents split up. And then I moved to the Midwest. So I was a San Diego kid. Yeah. San Diego Zoo. You name it. I think I'm Midwestern. So after all my military travels, I came back to the Midwest. I think this is just a part of me. So yeah. Wrap around, go through. I haven't really decided exactly when I am going to start my decreasing, but probably after 2 more rows, maybe. 1 and 2, wrap around, go through, 1 through 2, go through 2, 1 and 2. But I mean, for a slouch hat, some of them are pretty big. But this one I'll probably do, oh gosh, I'm gonna do 3 more rows, and then I'm gonna start my decrease. Yeah. So I think that's what I'll do. So I really don't want it to be too big, especially when I have to add a lot of fur to it too. I'm thinking I'm probably going to use at least 1 full skein of fur on this, possibly more. I only have, here's the thing though, I only have, I believe, 2 of these, and based on, I didn't use a full one on my hat yesterday, I think that 2 should be enough should be plenty to do this particular farm. But boy, I just love that white pink. That's so pretty. On Oahu. Oh. Okay. Wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go under, wrap through 2, wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, add. Wait a minute, I forgot to add 2. Whoop-de-doo. 1 and 2. Wrap around. I'm hungry. Oh no. I'm not sure if I ate dinner. Doesn't feel like I did. My eating habits are kind of weird too, because my sleeping schedule is really crazy. Really crazy. Anyways. 1 and 2. Wrap around. Go around. 2. Go through 2. 1 and 2. wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2. So this is basically, okay, where the, like the base of the head would be right here. So yeah, still got a little ways to go. You're in New York. Oh, I see. You're an ex-army brat wife. Your dad was Army 30 years. Okay, yeah. Yeah, my dad, he was Navy for 20 some years and I went Army. So I changed gears. I did not want to be in the Navy. But, so we got a lot of Army people in my family. Now I got a cousin, he's in the Navy. Whoop. 1 and 2. Dang it. So we've had, let's see, Air Force, Navy, Army. I'm not sure if we've had anybody in the Marines in my family. But yeah, so you know what it's like to grow up on a military base, huh? We lived on a military base for a while. I got memories going to the Balboa Hospital as a little kid. But then we also lived off of the base too. Got a hair in there. Eesh. So it's different. I was trying to do a live stream earlier, and then I forgot when I started it that we had a veteran town hall meeting call tonight. And then the call came, and I was like, oh no, I gotta do this later. 2, 1 and 2. And go to the next one. 2, 1 and 2. Wrap around, go under. 1 and 2. Wrap around, go under. Can you guys see this? Like, even see what I'm doing here? I don't know. Wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, 1 and 2. Whew. Yes, I'm in Oklahoma. I live near Lake Eufaula. I live in the country. Well, it's a rural area. Like Lake Eufaula has, oh my gosh, I think like 12 towns that the lake goes through, like 3 counties. It's just huge, huge. I'm the only one that lives out here. My family live out here. 1 and 2, because I wanted to live near the lake. Back around. I kind of, my idea of a dream house was like a little cabin in the woods, and that's kind of what I have. It's a very small house, that somebody built. It's like a lake house, basically, a little cottage. This is a small house. It's like a 1-bedroom size apartment. It's a little house. And I live a couple blocks from the shoreline. And so my house is surrounded by forest. So it's pretty nature-like. Seaside. Oh, Monterey. Now, see, I have family up there by Monterey. My family, have a lot of family in California. Salinas and Monterey area. Boy, that Monterey, that ocean up there is so pretty. I know Monterey. My grandma, she's passed now, but she was from Salinas. And so, yeah, I know that area. It's pretty. Just the color of the ocean, right there. So pretty. 1 and 2. 1, 2. Uh-oh, look where we're at. We're ready to join another row. Okay, I'm going to have to take that 2 back. Okay. Alrighty then. So we'll count 3. 1, 2, 3. I think that's 3. Yeah. Okay. And then going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and then another 2. That's your first double crochet. 1, 2. All right. Now we'll go in to the next one. 1, go under 2, wrap around, go under 2, and add 2. 1 and 2. All right. Okay. And wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2. 1 and 2. Wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, 1 and 2. And mom and you have a twin? Oh, you're a twin. That's so cool. I was born in the military, got sent home, and mom had my twin, and wow, that's so cool. I was pregnant with twins, and it was ectopic though, so twins run in my family too. In fact, my younger brother married a twin. I'm like, dude, you are asking for it. You know we have twins in our family. You're gonna marry a twin? But he didn't have twins though. So wait, what? Bartlesville? Oh, okay. I got friends in Bartlesville. Yeah. My good friends is in Bartlesville. Yeah. Cool. 1 and I know Bartlesville. I had cousins. I grew up, my cousins, my aunt, and my uncle, my cousins, they were all from Bartlesville. And so we went to Bartlesville a lot, visit my cousins and stuff. But then they got divorced, and then she ended up living in Tulsa for many years. And now they're down in Texas. Did I do this right? Yeah, add 2, 1 and 2. So, yeah, Oklahoma, and 1 and 2, add 2. It's coming along. You see it forming though? It's coming along. It's getting there. Under, go through 2, go through 2, add 2, go under, go through 2, go through 2, add 2. Oldest son and youngest son born at Fort Ord, California. Okay. Oh, Fort Ord, yeah. Okay, I know that. Yeah, my friend, one of my friends, my battle buddies, there was 3 of us. When we came back, I was served in Desert Storm. So when we came back from the war, and a lot of Europe had downsized, or they closed shop, if you will. And so a lot of people got sent to the States. And so she ended up in Fort Ord. And 1 and 2. It was hard though, because when you're in the military, you don't make that much, right? Not compared to the amount it costs to live there. There's a big gap there. Like if you live in the Midwest, you're in the military, the cost of living here is cheaper, right? But when you live in California, and that little housing allowance they give you, it's just cost of living is pretty high. So their salaries they're not based on where you live. So that's the only thing about being stationed in California. 1 and 2. Because yeah, it was hard on her. Let's see, wrap around, go under, wrap around. And turning it now. It's forming. I had a, wait a minute. Oh, you had a twin brother. Oh, okay. That's cool. So what's it like? You probably get this a lot, like being a twin and stuff. So like, Do y'all like, I don't know, think alike, or is there like kind of a certain type of bond, I guess, that some twins have? I don't know. It's like some twins, seems like some twins have it, you know, this like really different kind of bond than regular siblings. And then some of them, they don't, you know, so I've kind of, I guess it varies or whatever. Wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, 1 and 2, wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, 1. I have twins in heaven. 2, wrap around, go under, wrap around, 2, 1 and 2. Yeah. Fort Ord, California. I actually went there one time. My uncle, we went to pick up my friend from the airport, and she had been the East Coast, and then we took her back to the base. Wrap around, under, and go through. Whoop. Wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, 1 and 2. I've got cousins out in Salinas, and wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, 2, 1 and 2. Wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, 1, 2, wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, 1, 2, wrap around, go under. Oop, missed it. Oh, there we go. Wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, 1 and 2, wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, 1 and 2. Woo! Do do do. Wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, 1 and 2. Wrap around, do do do, go under, wrap around. Get ready to start another row. Around, go through 2, go through 2, 1 and 2. All right. I'm almost there. One more. Wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, 1 and 2. Okay, so nope, take that 2 back. I gotta connect this. Okay, so now I'm ready to connect. Okay, count 1, 2, 3, and slip stitch. All right, now look where I am. I'm gonna do one more row, and I'm gonna start the decrease. One more row, and I'm gonna start the decrease. Yeah, so yeah, that's what the word I was trying to think of. I was like, what is that special bond? Telepathy or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, so you're kind of like some way connected that's different than regular 6 children. I knew things before it happened to them. That's so interesting. In Oklahoma, well, it's a lake, and so Lake Eufaula, it's the city of Eufaula, but it's there. It's all stretched out. Like you have just a lot. It's very rural, very rural. So I don't live in the city though, but I live near that. So okay, so I'm gonna start another row. So I'm gonna go. I think I know what I did wrong. I know what I did wrong. I was supposed to, when I first started out, I was supposed to go in here and then, anyways, it's all good. 1, 2, and 3, and then you add 2, 1, and 2, and 2. Wrap around, go under. So this is my last row, and then I'm going to start the decrease. 1 and 2, wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, 1 and 2. Yeah. Yeah, Lake Eufaula, a lot of it is like really stretched out. Like you have your little towns that are actually towns. We have a lot of unincorporated. Whoa, hang on, I gotta check my camera. They call them communities, basically. And so I'm in an unincorporated community. Like we don't have, we finally got a Dollar General store. Okay. Oh, what's one of my cameras here? Oh. Okay. Guys, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna have to go back. I will be right back. Uh-oh, I'm gonna get my dog some water. Bone dry. They got water in the kitchen, but I'm pouring some water for my dog's bowl. Here, baby. I'll see the water and I'll find some water for my bowl. All right. All right. Get this fresh water for my baby. So I've got water in the kitchen, but sometimes they forget that that bowl's in the kitchen also. So, yeah. All righty then. Here we go. I'm back. Oh, wait, what? That's very young. He's young. Golly, that's young. 53. Wow. That's too bad. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, that's pretty young. 53. So your twin died? Or your twin died? Or your dad? My dad. Oh, wow. Wrap around, go under, around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, 1 and 2, wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, 1 and 2, wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, whoop, 1 and 2. Whoop. Okay. Wrap around, go under, wrap around, we'll go through 2, come on now, chain 2. Upper State, New York, Syracuse. Okay. Wrap around, go under. Is it rural up there? And 2, 1, 2. Wrap around, go under. Go through 2, go through 2. 1 and 2. Wrap around, go under. Around. I've drove through the East Coast 1 and 2. I went through Pennsylvania, and then I went all the way up to Connecticut. I've been to Maine, all those Massachusetts, all those East Coast states. So I've like been through the cities of New York, and then I drove to New York to get to the northern states. Lake what? Oh, Lake Eufaula. Yeah, Lake Eufaula. It's the biggest pretty much the biggest state in the Midwest. I'm going to go get some coffee, ladies. I'll be right back. It's spelled Eufaula. Eufaula. It's an Indian name. It's all Indian down here, too. I'll be right back. Yeah. Lake Eufaula is about 880 shoreline miles. It's huge. I mean, you can live here your whole life and never see all of this lake. And so it's got about, Lake Eufaula goes around. So your twin died. Wow. So the lake has about 12 towns, like 12 towns around the lake and 3 counties. It's that big. And wow, gosh. So you were saying earlier, so you know things that happen like before they happened. So then so you knew. That always fascinates me about that, you know, how that, why that is, I guess. Wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, 1 and 2. Like a mother, you know, like a mother, or I guess even a father too, but like a mother has like an what is the word? Intuition, you know, about their child sometimes when something's going on. Yeah. Car to get around. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Around here, you have to have a car. There's no buses. There's no taxis. This is it's all country. It's all stretched out. So you could be, I mean, country roads, long country roads. And anyways, wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, and 1 and 2. And there's a lot of people, most people out here, nobody has city water. Like everybody has wells because they're just too far out. A lot of people don't have internet. They have satellite if they have internet. You know, they can't even get landlines around here. It's just so stretched out. So there's satellite, and I couldn't imagine living here before cell phones, right? Like back when the developers started buying up all this property around here, a lot of these places, they don't even have access to telephones. So I don't know how they did it back in the 60s and 70s when they first built this lake. If you couldn't have a telephone, like, you know, they didn't have cell phones back then. So I can't even imagine how they lived here back then like that. But anyways, you can now because there's, you know, internet and cell phones, and but wells, most everybody has wells. I have a well. 2, go through 2, 1 and 2. So for like my water, my drinking water, obviously I don't drink well water. So I have to I refill my water jugs. Of course, I've done that for years, even when I did live in town. I have to haul my water. Like I go to the machines and refill it with the reverse osmosis. So that's a little bit of a chore. Not that big a deal though, but I've kind of always done that though. I'll drink tap water and I don't drink well water. So anyways, get on with this hat here. Yeah. Wrap around, go under, go through 2, go through 2, 1 and 2, wrap around, go under. Yeah. Go through 2, go through 2, 1 and 2, wrap around, go under, go through 2, go through 2, 1 and 2. I'm getting there. Okay, so your mother was clairvoyant. I've heard that word before, but I don't really know what it means. Can you explain that to me? What is clairvoyant? People are from Oklahoma. Oh, okay. Yes, Eufaula. That's how you spell it. That's it. Yeah, Lake Eufaula. Now there's the city Eufaula, and then there's Lake Eufaula. So Lake Eufaula is just this massive, like 12 towns. I mean, literally the lake shore. There's 12 towns that are around the lake, like different towns. Let's see, there's like, I'll start naming some of them. Canadian, Porum, Texana, Longtown, Bower Community. Of course, there's Eufaula, and then there's Dakota. There's another one. What am I thinking? I can't think of them, all of them, but there's like 12 towns that's through Enterprise. That was the other one. So there's like 12 towns that are, but these areas, these little towns, they're like stretched out rural community. That makes sense. Like they might be, you have to drive a couple miles to get to the next house. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, we don't have buses. We don't have taxis. We don't have Ubers. And let's see, the city of Eufaula does not have a Walmart, so you have to travel like half an hour to the nearest Walmart. And so, like where I live, they do have these little Dollar Generals that are popping up now around Lake Eufaula in the little towns and areas. But like we didn't even have a grocery store for years. You had to drive 12 miles to the nearest grocery store. Yeah. Anyways. But now they have the Dollar General supermarkets, which is technically a little grocery store. Wrap around, go under. But they have like some of the little subdivisions will have these little portable buildings that somebody will put there and they'll make it into a little tiny grocery store, you know, that kind of thing. A mom and pop grocery and bait shop. So if you're somebody that likes shopping, yeah, you would not like it here. You would not like it here. But most everybody buys property out here and then they live in the city and then this is their, you know, home away from home. Two guys, girls club, oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's really cool. They always need those. Yeah, and that's another thing. It's not really good out here where I live for young people because there's nothing to do. No arcades. Of course, there's the lake. I mean, you gotta be a kid who likes nature to live out here. There's no arcades. There's no hangouts for kids, right? So, but growing up, I was an outdoor kid. I mean, I was always outdoors. I was at the creek. I was not a tomboy. I just loved nature. I always did. Wrap around, go 1 and 2. Wrap around, go. Whoop, not that one. Okay, it's that time. Yep. I don't know if I'm going to go through this one or not. Something happened here. Okay, so I'm going to connect this one and then I'm going to start my decrease. Okay. Do I want to start another row or do I start my decrease now? Yeah, I think I should do one more row. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at that like, okay, so now bring it together. So I'm going to count to 3, chain up, 1, 2, 3. Go through that one right there, and I'm going to just slip stitch it together. And yeah, there we go. All right. Okay. What do you think? Is that pretty? Your dad is to Sal. Oh, help me here. To Salagi? To Salagi? What is that? T-S-A-L-A-G-I. What is that? Sorry, I'm ignorant there. I'm going to do one more row. Then I'm just looking at that like, I should probably try it on my head. In fact, I think I will. Hang on just a second. Pulling that up. I just want to feel. Oh, that feels so good. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to go another row because I'm feeling it on my head. Look, guys. Oh. What do you think? Oh, gosh, that hurts. So I think I have a little ways to go, right? Isn't that cute? Oh, yeah, I like that. Now, keep in mind, I have my hair way up here in this weird palm thing. What do you think? No, I'd like to own land and do it. Yeah, well, a lot of people do that around here. In fact, I have an RV lot. I'm trying to get rented out, but okay. What do you think? I'm going to have to get my camera out. So I should go a little bit more, yeah? You're an outdoor kid too. That's cute, ain't it, guys? Ladies, what do you think? What do you think? Feedback, please. Are you there? Oh my gosh, did I just post to nobody? Are you there? I don't think anybody's there. I just posed. I modeled to the air. Oh no. Oh well, I'll wait till you get back and I'll put it back on. And I'll pose again. But I am going to add one more before I start my decrease. But I probably do have enough now, but I do want a good slouch in this. I mean, that's the purpose of this, is it's a slouch hat. That's what I want. I love the slouch hang look. Anyways, 2 and 3. And then I'm going to add 2. Let's see, wrap around, go under. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Did you see my hat? I put on my hat. Did you see it? Sanlaski, aka Cherokee. Oh, yeah, I'm Cherokee too. I'm a tribal person. I'm Cherokee tribe. Yeah. So 1 and 2. 1, 2. Wrap around, go on. Did you see? I put the hat on. Did you see it? 2, 1, and 2. You're lurking till you fall asleep. Okay, Jen. She's lurking. So what do you think? Do you think if okay, so Jen, if I add one more row and then start my decrease, do you think I'll have enough to actually be a slouch? Or should I go longer? Because I don't want to go through all this effort and then actually end up shorted. You know what I mean? I want a nice hang. It doesn't have to be like, way out here, but before I start my decrease, should I do a couple more rows? I need your help, Jen. Hey, Jen. Yeah, so this is actually my first time doing this I mean, I've been thinking about it for a while and I've had it mapped out in my head and doing it, but this is the first time I'm actually doing this hat. So I want to make sure that I have a good slouch to it. 1 and 2. Go under. 1 and 2. Hi. Oh, thank you. Okay. So, but I couldn't, but see, I couldn't see it though. You guys can see it. I couldn't. I could see the sign in the front, but I couldn't see it from the back because I didn't have a mirror out or whatever. So I was kind of needing your input. Like, I just want to make sure that it has a good little hang to it, is all. Wrap around, go under. So, okay, so after this row, I'm going to start to decrease. I think it'll be okay. If not, golly gee, I'll just make another one. Nothing but a thing. Wrap around. 2. I think that's 2. No, that's 2. Add 2. 1 and 2. Wrap around, go under. Wrap around, go through 2. Wrap around, go through 2. 1 and 2. Wrap around, go under. Wrap around, go through 2. Wrap around, go through 2. 1 and 2. So, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Very good. Wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, 1 and 2. All right. Yeah. Now, what do you think this is going to look like with fur on it? That's going to be fun. Solid. I'm so sorry, but like I can't hardly read that because of my eyes. Saw. I'm thinking that's an H. Salagi. Yeah, Salagi. Okay, yeah. There you go. Oh, so you're Indian. That's cool. Yeah. I don't speak Cherokee. There's like some of the songs, I have Cherokee music that I sing to, but like I don't speak the language Cherokee. I should probably learn it. I am Cherokee tribal person. 1 and 2. Maybe 2 more rows. Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I agree with you. Wrap around, go under, round, 2, 1 and 2. So your husband, he does on the road. There was a lady, she's a crocheter too. I think she's a crocheter, but she's an on the road trucker. I thought that was really cool. And so I was like, oh hey, I'm gonna go driving around the road with her. She live streams while she's on the road. She just puts her dash cam on and you get to see where she's going. I thought that was pretty cool. I like to like travel vicariously through other people or webcams that they put all over the world. 1 and 2 under. It's so cool that you could sit there and just watch people from around the world walking around at all times of night and day. Pretty interesting. Oh, and they even have like this jellyfish aquarium too. I think jellyfish are so relaxing. Just the way they move. It's almost like a lava lamp. They're just so cool creatures. Some of them. Okay, okay. Then try it on again. All right, then. Wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2. Whoop. 1 and 2, wrap around, get ready. Let's see. Not that far off. Got 2 more rows to go. I'm almost done with this one. 1 and 2, wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, 1 and 2, wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, 1 and 2, wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, whoop, 2, whoop, let's redo that stitch. Okay, here we go. Wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, 1 and 2. Fuzzy was, wrap around, go under, through, go through 2. Woo! 1 and 2. All right. Wrap around, go under, 2, go through 2, 1 and 2. Wrap around. Uh-oh. No, we're ready to hook up. Yeah. Okay. Now, I'm going to hook these together. 1, 2, 3. Go into third chain. Third chain. I'm going to slip stitch. Whoop, whoop. No. That one. Get in there. All right. Wrap around. And slip it together. Woohoo! Alrighty then. Okay. 1. Start a new row. It's slipping off my hook. What's happening? 2 and 3. That's the first double crochet. And then we'll add 2, 1 and 2. Then go under, start the new one. 1 and 2. Wrap around, go under. Wrap around, go under. Go through 2. Go through 2. 1 and 2. Wrap around, go under. 1 and 2. And you don't have luck making hats? Oh. Well, I don't know. I like making hats. I guess I'm not really a person that follows patterns well, but if I watch a tutorial, I do okay. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. I think some people, they just kind of have their own niche, you know. And some people like making blankets and they do it really well. And then other things, like I've never made like those little stuffed animals. I forget the word that you call them, but I can't even see myself trying to make that. But they're really cute. I mean, I guess if I put my mind to it and say, hey, yes, you could do this, I would do it. But it's just not something I've ever even attempted. Okay. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Go around. And go down, go under. I don't know about that light, if I've got that positioned properly or not. 1 and 2. I have M4. I know who. Wait, what? Really? You know Cherokee language, and you know many Native people. Really? From Oklahoma? That's okay. Yeah, I would love to learn. Sure would. Yeah, sure. That's so cool. The only Cherokee people I know are the people that live around me and my family. So, there's a lot of tribal people around here. And a lot of them people that are Indian too that are not tribal members. For whatever reason, documents just fell through, through the generations. I mean, they're pretty picky about the documents. So My grandmother, she preserved ours pretty well, so but a lot of people struggle to get their membership. Their documents aren't, you know, let's see, 1 and 2, wrap around, go under. Like my dad's grandfather was half Cherokee. My dad doesn't have any membership. They just didn't do it. They didn't get enrolled. 1 and 2, 1, 2. That's like a lot of people. Go under, round, go under, 1 and 2. Around here we have Creek, Choctaw, and Cherokee, the most common Native Americans. But we do have some Seminoles too. Yeah. This is Indian land where I live. Like one side of the highway creek is Creek, and then another side of the highway is Choctaw. So this, and then if you go in the northern part of the state, the big chunk of that's Cherokee Reservation. So go under, wrap around, go through 2, go through 2, 1 and 2, wrap around, go under. They treat tribal people here horrible though. Wrap around, go under. A lot of hostility because of that ruling. 1 and 2, wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, 1 and 2, and this right here. That is so cool. Wrap around, go under, and go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, 1 and 2, wrap around, go under, 2, go through 2, 1 and 2, wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2, 1 and 2, wrap around, go under, wrap around, go through 2, wrap around, go through 2. So after this row, I'm going to start my decrease. I don't know how many rows it's going to take before the decrease comes to, I can't remember. I think it's 3 that leads you to where you close it. Wrap around, go under, wrap around, go under. Actually, I don't think the tutorial said. I was just guesstimating. Wrap around, go under. 1 and 2. It's okay. I mean, you can make it longer. It's not like it has to be a specific length. It's really your preference, actually. Wrap around, go under. I just want to make sure I have enough. 1 and 2, wrap around, go through. 1 and 2, add 2. I'm sure I did add 2 on that last one there. Okay. And now it's time to meet the center. And then I'm going to start the decrease. All right. So we've got 1, 2, going into the 3rd chain. Slip stitch. Ta-da! All right. Now let me try it on again. Okay, guys, here we go. Are you ready? I'm going to try it on. Many places. The ribbing on hat is tricky for me. Informational language. Yep. Okay, so here we go. Should I make this loop long enough so it doesn't come apart on me? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay, here we go. All right. So by the time I add probably about 3 rows for the slouch, it's going to close. I'm thinking that's, what do you think? It's through the mother's side. Oh, wish I could see it. Darn it. What do you think? Okay. I am going to start the decrease now. Yeah, I like that. This is my new favorite hat. Of course, this one's probably a little, I'm not sure if it's without air, but it's my first one like this. So, time for the decrease. So, here we go. Cree and Choctaw. Yeah. Oh, Cree. Creek or Cree? And hang on just a second, guys. Whoop, didn't mean to do that. I'm going to start the decrease here. Okay. All right, where's my... Okay, I'm going to start the decrease here. Just as soon as I find my hook. Do you ever do that? You lose your hook? Mother of native children of many tribes. I'm a mother of native children. Oh, that's so interesting. That is so awesome. Mother of native children. Aw, that's cool. All right. All right, so now to start the decrease, okay. Going to chain 3 like normal. A 1, a 2, a 3, but this time no 2, right? And that's going to start drawing it in. And then the next row, I will simply skip 1, and then that'll pull it in even more. All right, so starting out, I'm just going to double crochet, but without the 2 that I normally add. See, I'm not going to add 2 this time. I normally would add 2, but I'm not going to. So I'm just skipping the 2 this round. And then the next one, then what I'll be skipping is spaces. So starting the decrease. Okay, going through 2, going through 2. And then going through 2, going through 2, wrap around, just double crocheting. Whoop. Wrap around, double crocheting, wrap around, double crocheting. Just have to move it a little bit more often, not a big deal. Wrap around, go through 2, wrap around. Just going to double crochet without adding 2 stitches this time, which will bring the spaces closer together. Yep, yep, yep. Wrap around. Do, 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 do. See, it's getting smaller. Cree, not creek, right. Your family and you adopt. Oh, okay, cool. Man, go through 2. So you've, okay, so you've adopted Native children? Oops. All right, wrap around. Whoop, I'll redo that stitch. And you, and you speak Cherokee. That is so awesome. I'm Cherokee, but I don't speak Cherokee. I mean, I know some things, but I can sing the songs. I have the songs memorized. Like I have gospel Cherokee music. Oh, I need to get a drink. All right. I'm getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right. Yeah. Now, coming together to I'm trying to figure. I got a minute. I got to figure out exactly where the beginning is. It's kind of, that's kind of weird when you're coming to the close. It's kind of hard to figure out where you start your next row. So I would recommend using a stitch marker on here when you start to close. I would recommend that because I could figure it out. It's right here because that's where. But I would just recommend when you start the decrease to use a stitch marker. But it's right here because I can see it very clearly. So I'm going to go in one more stitch and then I'm going to chain stitch. Whoop, I didn't wrap around first. Which way do I go, George? Oot. Okay. So now, as you can see, we're going to have to go up to 3. 1, 2, 3, just like before. 1, 2, 3. But this time, I'm going to be skipping spaces. Just slip stitch that together. So as you can see how quickly it's decreasing. So now I'm going to chain 3 and then I'm going to skip spaces. 1, 2, 3, and you're not chaining 2 anymore. So now I would normally go into this hole, but instead I'm going to go into this hole with the double crochet. Ta-da! And then, so instead of going into this hole, I'm going to go into this hole. 1 and 2. So I've used up a half a skein right now. I think it's a 6.5 ounce skein. So, all right. Now, instead of going into this hole, I'm going to go into this hole. Not this one, but this one, because I'm skipping. It's closing up. It is closing up. All right. Wrap around. Instead of this hole, we'll go into this one. And double crochet. No adding stitches. Wrap around. Instead of going to this one, I'll go into this one. Who is the OG of this hat? So I saw this pattern. I've seen this pattern a lot of places, but the tutorial that I watched is I don't know who wrote the pattern, because like I don't know, like a lot of times people do tutorials but it's not really their pattern. So she didn't, I don't know if it's her pattern or not, but the tutorial that I watched on this is Natstazi, and I really like her tutorials. She's got great tutorial channel, and I don't know who originally wrote this. I think it's been around for a long time. I mean, you see some of these in like the 70s books. I went to a yard sale and I got some old crochet books. And crochet, I mean, I see a lot of the same patterns, so it's really hard to tell. Like some things, people literally, they just made it up, or some people are just sharing, you know, what they know. So I don't really know. Unless somebody says, I made this pattern, I have no idea. But I know the tutorial that I personally watched was Natasi's. I'm going to put a description of her channel in my, the description of this video. But like when I first started the video, I was talking about her channel, Nastasi. I think I'm saying it right. But she's got a great tutorial channel. Anyways, okay. So wrap around and skip this one and go to this one. All right. And I think you're just going to keep going. So you're not like going to have where you have to put them two sides together. Now you just keep going until you're ready to darn it together. So we're almost done. Yay! Okay, so not this one, but this one. Just turn it. Okay, wrap around. Not this one, but this one. Yes, for like 10 plus years, I know a bit of Lakota, Blackfoot, and Seneca. Girl, you speak all those languages? That is so impressive. Because, you know, those languages are not like easy to learn because they're not like out there. You know what I mean? Like, not a lot of places you can learn those languages. That's very impressive. Okay, so skip that one, go to this one. Okay, this one. I have Cherokee gospel music in children's part. It's just so beautiful. Just so beautiful. I love to listen to it in my car, always. This one. All right, I'm almost done. Hey. Going into this one here. So it's getting smaller and smaller. Okay. This one, this one. We're almost there. See, it's getting smaller. Look how small it is. Look. Okay, wrap around. Not. Wait a minute, I'm going to go back. Go back. I don't know what's up with that stitch. Let me look at that again. Okay, so not this one, but this one. Oh, I see. Okay. And not this one, this one. Not this one, but this one. It's starting to scrunch up. That's what it's supposed to do. So won't be long. I'm going to be putting it together. See, that's what I like. A project I can sit and do and finish. Yeah. Okay. This one with this one. Gets a little tricky towards the end when you're trying to close it up. You got to kind of keep looking at it to make sure you're putting it in the right spot. This one, but this one. And 2 more stitches and I'm ready to darn it together. Okay. It's not, let's see, skip one. Look at that. Look, that's all that's left. Yay. Look at that. Next time I would make it even a couple more rows longer. But this is my first one. But yeah, that's nice. That's got a really nice flexible feel to it. Yeah, I like that. I like it a lot. Notstasia, the tutorial Notstasia channel. And I will put the description in the link. So I would say I could probably get this done in 2 hours if I'm not, talking and stuff. But yeah, not this one, this one. And then I'm going to go ahead and put it together. Just a tiny little hole. That's all that's left. This tiny little hole here. This one. It's time to close this baby up. Ladies, it's over. Okay. Now I need some scissors that I don't have with me. Hang on just a second. My scissors are underneath my computer. Apologize. I apologize. I'm going to grab my scissors. I'm going to put this back up here. Grab my darning needle, my crafting needle, whatever you want to call it. Sorry about that. Okay. All right. So now just going to close that up. And then dart together. Okay. Leave that old thing on there in case I do decide to add a palm. And then I can always snip it later if I don't. So now I'm going to do a little darning. Well, that's what I call it. Slip stitch it together. I don't know why I did that. That was dumb. All right. Take my threading needle here. Well, goodness. I'm not so good at this. Okay. All right. So just going to slip stitch these little holes here. Not too big deal. Go right into top of the chain there. Really not even necessary, but okay. We're done. That's it. That's all she wrote and whatnot. Okay. I'm going to take this through here. Bring it through here. Whoop. I meant to bring them both through. Well. Little rascal tail there. Yeah. Ta-da! Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yay! Okay, let's give her a whiz. Let's give her a whirl and whatnot. Oh my goodness. Yes, ma'am, and whatnot. Okay, I gotta take a picture. Okay, so I'm going to show you now. So yeah, I would probably next time do a couple more rows. I'm going to turn sideways here. Sorry about that. What do you think? Finished product. Funny thing is, I know a little bit of German. Sprechen Sie Deutsch ein wenig? Girl, you know light languages. You are blowing my mind. That's wild. Super intelligent to be able to speak 9 languages. What do you think? How's it look? How does it look? 9 languages. That's amazing. Like fluently 9 languages? Wow. I'm so impressed. Like I'm totally impressed with you. 9 languages. That's flabbergasting. Is it, how's the slouch? I'm going to have to go model in the bathroom with my mirror and whatnot. I've always wanted one of these hats. What do you think? How's it look? Is anybody here? That's it. That is it. That is. Oops. Kick my thingy. Okay. Sorry about that. And that concludes the tutorial for the mesh hat slouch hat. Okay. See, it goes over the ears just fine. Yeah. So I really like that. Thank you, Nastasia, for your tutorial. Of course, my hair, I should probably take my hair down. I've got my hair in this weird keep off my neck palm because it's so hot and this hair lays on my neck. It makes me sweat. So I'm going to take my hair down. Pose in it with my hair down. Goodness. I apologize. Doing all that in your face. Rude. Oh my goodness. This is not normally how I take my palm out. But anyways. Okay. Now let's try it on with my hair down. Okay. Alright. So now, where's my, trying to find, so there's like a, yeah, thing in the back. Okay. So let's see what it looks like with my hair down. Now in my hook. Yeah, I like that. I like it. All right. So that's the first one that I've ever made of this hat. So I just wanted to try it out, see how long it took, and probably could get it done. Realistically, if I just sit here just whipping it out, you know, I'm not
carrying on and on the internet. I could probably get it done in 2 hours. I really like this hat. It's my new favorite hat, guys. I've always wanted one of these. And I did it. I've never done this pattern before or whatever. So you can do this, right? I literally just did this pattern. First time ever trying it. Here it is. You can do it. So I'm going to go ahead and get off of here, ladies. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. And yeah. Thank you so much. I just find you are so interesting. Wow. It's been really, really nice chatting with you. I'd love to sit and chat with you. I could chat with you all night, but I'm like, I do have other things I have to do. It's like 11. So, yeah, I'm gonna make these and sell them. I'm probably not gonna sell this one because it does have some flaws in it, but I'm gonna make, this is gonna be my hat. And I'm the next one, I'm probably gonna go put fur on this one, but I'm gonna make, this was my first time try, and then I'm gonna make some more with fur on it. Ja, ich bin müde. So, yeah. Guten Abend. Yeah, gute Nacht. So, it's good talking with you. I'm going to go ahead and close out here, and then I'm going to have to go back and then timestamp where I started doing everything. So I'll probably have to save that for tomorrow. But anyways, nice hanging out with you. Tschüss.